Hey everybody, welcome to it. It's a lovely day here in the Gulf Coast of Florida. Beautiful day. The sun is out, sky is blue, a few scattered clouds, and we are going to head down towards a place that we talked about back on September 11th when I made my last ride. I mentioned going to a place called Gulf Breeze and flying down there, and that today is the day. We're going to go do that. The hurricane that hit, Hurricane Sally, came plowing through here on I think either the 15th or 16th, and just tore that place up down there because it went straight across Pensacola and made a mess of everything. And we're going to check out some of that mess while we're down there. But our goal today is to get down to Gulf Breeze and do a little bit of flying and see what that place looks like, check out the beaches. So what we need to do is throw on our flight gear and get ready to check out Gulf Breeze, Florida on this beautiful day. Well, there she sits, the Adventure Mobile. We are getting ready to take off and go out to Gulf Breeze. I've got all my accoutrements for doing a video loaded up and ready to go. This is quite the operation we have here. We got this little gibby tail bag, my drone is in there, my microphones are in here. This is my DJI goggle stuff. I got some water because I guarantee I'm going to get thirsty on this one. This is for GPS, this controller's for this camera, this controller's for this camera. It's an operation. Okay, let's put this thing together and see if we can't make it go. We're going to incorporate Google Maps again with this. We're going to follow this lovely line that's on the road here on Google Maps, and we're not going to stop at Fort Walton Beach this time. We're going to follow it all the way down to Gulf Breeze. It's quite a ways, so we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do on the way. Man, it's nice out here today. This is beautiful. According to the bike, it says it's 80 degrees right now. Man, sweet. Very comfortable riding. Alright, anyway, there's a lot of things down in Gulf Breeze. There's an old fort that was built back in the days of the Civil War, like 1860s, 1870s, that sort of thing. I was going to go out and do that today, but I think according to the State Highway maintenance people's website, they're plowing sand off of that road down there, so I'm not going to be able to do that. We may save that for another run because it's kind of a cool place to explore. I was looking at some pictures of it online. They won't let me fly it because it's a national park, one, and two, it is right smack dab in the middle of Naval Air Station Pensacola's flight path. 2. That one would probably be the bigger of the two. But I will go over there with all my videoing equipment minus the drone, and I'll take a lot of shots of it. So we'll get a ground operation of that, because it's the videos and cameras and stuff that they take pictures on the ground with really look pretty cool. So we're going to attempt to get that. Anyway, our path down there is going to be kind of a long one. Alrighty, here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to take a ride at the light. This is a very busy road right here. This one will keep us busy right here. Now, this is Highway 98. This highway goes all the way out to the very end of this road here. It ends up at the point of a little peninsula. Of course, there's a bridge at the end that goes across Pensacola Bay. so you can escape. However, that bridge is currently closed because of flooding and destruction from Hurricane Sally. We're getting ready to take a left up here. We're coming up on the little causeway that goes over to Santa Rosa Island. I think it's called Navarre Beach Causeway, something like that. It's coming up here in about a mile, and we're going to go left onto the causeway and go out there and see what that island out there looks like. I mean, it's the barrier island that runs all along the Gulf, along this part of the Emerald Coast here. It goes from Choctawhatchee Bay all the way down to Pensacola, a number of miles, a long ways actually, like 40 or 50 miles. It's a pretty good distance. It's a long island. Anyway, we're going to go out there and check it out, so stand by. Alright, I think this is our road right here. We are heading out to Navarre Beach. Let's hope we can make this light, because otherwise it might be a long wait for the next one. Come on guys, we can do this. Yes. See the sign? Navarre Beach, Florida's most relaxing place. We'll be the judge of that. I'll spend some time looking out of the side of my eye and kind of getting a view of this place. This is the Santa Rosa Sound right here. It goes all the way from Pensacola, Florida, way the heck down there, all the way up this direction here to Choctawhatchee Bay. It's huge. And then once you get out to the other side of it here, straight ahead of us, this is called the Santa Rosa Island. It's a little, it's a barrier island that protects this sound from weather out of the Gulf of Mexico. And it's mostly sand. I think it says somewhere that you shouldn't build your house on sand. Well, it looks like they're building pretty good sized hotels on sand right here. This is pretty cool out here. I'm pretty excited to come out here and check this out. We're going to come up here, and the first intersection we come to, we're going to take us a right, because we want to go down that way right there. And we're looking for a roadblock. I mean, from here all the way down to Pensacola, you ought to be able to drive all the way down there. You should be able to drive to the end of this little Gulf Island from out here. It's Highway 399. But I think right now, according to the Florida State Highway Patrol website, they've got some pretty extensive cleanup effort going on right now. So we're going to go kind of investigate that, see what it's all about, see what we can see. Anyway, looks like some kind of a fancy tiki bar or restaurant thingamajigger. Welcome to Navarre Beach. Navarre Beach or Navarre Beach? Navarre Beach. Navarre Beach. Okay, we'll go with that. I'm thinking this, probably right here, is $3.99. And this is the one we want right here. We're going to drive out along this road for a ways, just kind of see what it's all about. These are some pretty fancy hotels. Again, these are, I mean, look at this one on the end right here. My gosh, man. That's probably Navarre Beach Regency. That's a fancy thing. Beach Colony Resort. It's probably some kind of a big timeshare. Kids wanting to get on the video. Well, if I had 10,000 subscribers, they'd appreciate it more. Maybe someday. Now you see how high these buildings are set up? They set these things off the ground on stilts like that just for the purpose of the Hurricane Sally come blowing through here. Doesn't flood these things. Probably flooded their parking lot, but that's okay. I would love to be able to just go out here, but I think as we get down here farther, we'll be able to pull off the side of the road and actually go out there. I mean, look at these houses. See how they build them? I better watch what I'm doing. We got sand right here across the road. Probably going to see a lot more of that as we get out here. You see how they build these houses up on stilts? That's so when the tide comes in and the water floods up over this thing, you got another 10 or 12 feet above you. You're above it that much more. I mean, I can throw up the map right here and show you exactly where we are. Once we get out past these houses, it'll become very barren. Road closed ahead. We're gonna go check that out. I want to go see exactly what that looks like. So we're gonna go up here just a little bit farther. I want to see what this looks like. See, this road should go all the way to Pensacola, or it should go all the way to Fort Pickering. But I don't think you can right now because that hurricane blew so much sand across the roadway here that it's blocked everything off. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of park up here, maybe do a bit of a walkabout and see what we got. Sounds like a plan to me. All right, here we are. Come again to Navarre Beach. We're supposed to be able to exit right here and leave, but it's not happening that way. I mean, this is a sidewalk right here. It shouldn't have sand on it, and that is a road right there that goes. You can see they're driving out there. Those are maintenance people. This is bright here. Look at this thing. Come again to Navarre Beach, Florida's most relaxing place. Isn't that something? Can you see it out there? The road just goes and goes and goes. What does that sign say down there? It says Santa Rosa area, Gulf Island National Shores, Seashores. Wow. Look at this place. Yes, it's kind of depressing that I can't go down that way because there's another bridge when you get way down there that goes across back over to the mainland, which is where we're going to fly from, because you can't fly off of here. This is considered a park of sorts, and according to my fly map, I am not authorized to fly out here. So, because I am not authorized to fly out here, I will not fly out here. I mean, there's a guy sitting there in that truck staring at me. I mean, I've gone through little places like that before, but I think he would chase me down. I would love to be able to go along here. We're going to come back on another day, and I will make this ride and see what this looks like. I'm afraid to leave my bike too far away because I got all my stuff sitting on it, so I don't want to leave it. Isn't this beautiful out here? Can you hear the wind? It might be messing up my microphone, but my mic's pretty much buried inside of this helmet. All right. Well, what we've got to do now is go back to the bridge, to the causeway, go across the causeway, get back out onto 98 over there, and continue our trek out to Gulf Breeze. We still got about, I would guess, at least 20 to 25 miles to go down that way once we get onto 98. So once we actually get up here, get across this causeway, make the turn onto 98, I'll shut you guys off. And I'll bring you back once we get into Gulf Breeze. Sounds like a bit of a plan, actually. Well, like I said, we're going to go left up here. This is US 98 towards Gulf Breeze. All right, we're going to take a left here. I think this is the road. I'm not 100% sure. We are currently in the Gulf Breeze. We're going to go down here and we're looking for a little road to turn on that'll take us to my place where I'm going to fly. I'm hoping I'll be able to find this road first time. I mean, I know what it would look like from the air because I've flown in here 100 times on Google Maps, but I'm not 100% sure what it's going to look like from the ground. But we will see. There's baseball parks. I was looking at those. Then there's a roof, a big white roof building up here, and it should be right across from it. And I see a road right across from this white roof building here. And we are going to turn in here. This is called Great Florida Bridging Trail. Yes, we're turning in right here. And we're going to see what this ends up being. I'm hoping that this is going to be our fly point. Are you telling me that this is all closed here? Oh, for God's sakes. How can this be? There's a beach down there that I want to fly off of. This is my fly point right here. Yeah, they're not going to let me go down here either. All right, I got to park this thing in the shade and find me another place to fly. I mean, it's too perfect of a day not to fly this drone. Hey everybody, I came all the way down here today. We drove probably 70 miles on the adventure bike with all of the gear, including the drone, which is sitting right there, all ready to go, just excited, ready to bounce into the sky and make a day of it. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. However, we have run across a bit of a problem. The road to my fly point, which isn't very far from here, is closed for maintenance. If this orange sign wasn't here, I would walk down there. But I refuse to get my butt in trouble. I don't know why. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to throw all of our efforts into it from right here. I'll put this drone up into the air because it's not too windy. I ought to be able to get down to that beach and out over the water to some extent from right here. These trees will give me a little bit of grief, but not a lot. Hey everybody, welcome to the upside of our video today. This parking lot you see below us was the end of my ride, supposed to be. I had plans of flying off of the beach right down there on the right hand side, just past that last little gazebo you see out there in the sand. We could have done some really cool low level flying along this shoreline if I'd have been able to fly off of that, but it was closed. That hurricane did a lot of damage. I mean, look at this pier right here. Tore the whole end of it off. Took the railing off 3/4 of the way back to the shore and pulled up half of the walkway. Goodness. I would have thought it would have done a little bit more damage to these buildings and structures right here, but they seem to have dodged a bullet this time. They got lucky. What you're looking at here is the very end of what is a rather large peninsula here in Florida. The city, the town, I guess it's a town, the town that sits on this little peninsula is called Gulf Breeze, Florida. And this little town was our point of interest today for the ride. I think it's a lovely little place. Very quintessential Florida town. This is a monstrous peninsula. This thing goes back in that direction for probably 25 miles before it finds the mainland of Florida. Huge. Surrounded on 3 sides by water. That body of water in the back is called Pensacola Bay. It's a huge body of water all by itself. That lovely bridge that crosses the bay right there connects Gulf Breeze to the city of Pensacola, Florida. That is Gulf Breeze's exit point in case of an emergency. This hurricane broke that bridge and it is currently closed. On this side of the peninsula is another body of water called the Santa Rosa Sound. This thing extends all the way back in the direction that we're looking, back to the Choctawhatchee Bay and Fort Walton Beach. That's pretty cool. And then it comes up this way just behind us and ends at the mouth of the Pensacola Bay. The bridge that goes across there connects Gulf Breeze to what is known as Santa Rosa Island, a little ribbon of a sandy little Gulf island that protects this sound from the Gulf of Mexico. Those buildings you see across the way are pretty much touristy places. They attract a lot of tourists to that place. The island extends out this way, still a little bit farther, to where the mouth of the Pensacola Bay actually comes into this area. And at the very end of it is a very cool place that I wanted to go fly today, but we weren't able to get there. It's called Fort Pickens State Park. That road there is closed also because of the hurricane. However, I do have plans on coming back down here with some photography stuff and actually getting that and making another video sometime. Well, I'm glad you were able to join us on this flight. Very happy to have you along. What we're going to do is make our way back up into these woods and see if we can't, well, find our way, pick our way, dig our way back to the motorcycle. It's down there somewhere. Ah, there it is, that little black dot in the middle of the road. Now we got to be able to thread our way through these trees without finding a branch. Wish me luck. Thanks for flying along. Well, we are all packed up and we are ready to go. This wasn't a bad place to fly, although I didn't really get to do exactly what I wanted to do, mostly because there's a bit of a problem with access. Yeah, it's just not what I was hoping it would be. I wanted to go all the way down to the end. Didn't quite happen, but I flew out there anyway. Wasn't perfect, but it was okay. Well, anyway, here we are from Gulf Breeze, Florida. We are going to be jumping on the bike and heading back to the castle. We're back in Niceville. I just thought I'd bring you back because I wanted to talk a little bit, do some closing comments on what we did today, where we went, how I thought it went, how you thought it went. Of course, you can leave comments on how you thought it went. I would appreciate that. That'd be great. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. The cameras did okay. This one up here that's looking back at me has been giving me fits. I'm not sure what's wrong with you. Are you even looking at me? Pay attention. I'm right here. Yeah, the good-looking guy behind the mirrored glass. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for riding along with me today. Let's put the mask up a little bit. Yeah, thanks for riding along with me today. I had a blast doing this, actually. I don't get to go on long rides like that very often, and I don't get to go out around here much at all and fly the drone. This was a very unique thing. And the big disappointment about this was that I didn't get to fly the drone from my designated flight point that I wanted to fly from, which was right down on the water. I had to fly from the road, which is basically up in the woods. We got a pretty good view of the end of the peninsula that I was flying from. We saw a lot of what it looked like in pretty much all directions. What we're going to do is give them some time to clean up around that fort so we can get back out there and actually drive down that road. And what I'll do is I'll take the car out there next time and take some of my groundwork video equipment, and we'll do it that way. Anyway, we'll give that a shot next time. But I think we did pretty well this time. And I really appreciate you riding along with me today. I had a blast doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the ride. If you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up. If you liked it enough, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you along. These adventures are great. Until next time, I'll see you later. Toodaloo!